talking about a revolution, but nobody's seeing it. Boy, are they missing out. Anyway. Don't you know, you're talking about a revolution that sounds. Don't you know, you're talking about a revolution that sounds. While they're standing in the I'm here to give my witness testimony to child trafficking in San Bernardino, and actually where terrorists, so-called terrorists, hit the psycho hospital. Well, I have to write everything down because I'm not a very good speaker. But before I do that, we have to take the oath. And I would like to see everybody rise up and take this oath. I, Don Tepke, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign, domestic, and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. That I take this obligation freely, without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. And that I will and faithfully discharge the duties of the office on which I am about to enter, so help me God. I want everybody to take this oath because we are the new sheriffs in town. And you need to take this oath before you become a deputy. Now let me give my testimony, my witness of child sex human trafficking. In the beginning of the story, it's going to be short, to the point, brief, and then in the middle, it's going to be pretty detailed as much as I possibly can. After I was arrested for trespassing on my job, that's when I woke up. It changed my whole life. Pissed me off, too. And that's when I said, come and fuck with me. I don't got kids, and I have a job still. ILWU. Love you guys. And I became a hardcore activist. I called it my crazy 8-year campaign. And then, oh, the fuck do I have a note on it? Okay, that was the beginning. Okay, so, when they arrested me for going in jail like that, it wasn't too hard to set up cops to go to jail. It wasn't too fucking hard at all. Words, don't want no words. And, no words. No more bullshit, no more Mockingbird. Alright, so I was going into different jails. I was setting them up. It was really easy. Flip them off. You know, whatever. So I was trying to get in the San Bernardino jail because they were, like, number one, I think, ahead of Long Beach. And the worst cops. So the opportunity was perfect. I had put $600 in my glove box. I put a joint on my dash. And there was 2 cop cars at 7-Eleven. But first, I was in, like, not a restaurant, fast food. And I was checking it out to make sure, you know, what kind of 2 cop cars did it take. Well, obviously, it was just a theft. And so, I told the people at the fast food, I said, watch this, I'm going to get these cops to arrest me. So I go to my car, lock my doors, and I just stood there on the curb and I flipped them off like this. I said, come and get me now, motherfuckers! And so finally they came, and I got my hands up like this, my legs spread out already. They got the headlights coming on me, you know, perfect video on their part. They come, pretty much asked me what my problem is. I said, what's your guys' problem? What are you guys doing over there? I said some smart ass, right? So bam, it didn't take long. I'm in the car. So I get my information, I take the 5th. That's what I do. I want to go to San Bernardino jail. I want to see what the fuck is going on. So in the meantime, let's just get right to the witness part, okay? So they didn't take me to the jail. They took me to the mental hospital, I guess, where they take people. And that's where I found everything. Look at this is a mental hospital. The women in there told me stories. Who's gonna believe them? They're in a mental hospital. Yeah, told me stories of even the staff raping them and blah blah blah. I'll save the rest for court. Well, one woman was going to commit suicide. She was being released. And I had $6 on me, $600 in my glove box. And I said, please don't. I said, I'm here to find out what's going on. I said, I have money. At least go get a pack of cigarettes, you know, and a drink or something. Because normally they want a cup of coffee and cigarettes when they get out. So... And so, you know, and we talked for a long time. Well, she left, of course, and then, perfect timing. I'm like changing my clothes. Who opens up the door? One of the staff. I could not believe it. I'm not intimidated. I'm ready. So I go, what the fuck? He shuts the door. I get my clothes on. And I come storming out there, raising fucking hell. Now, mind you, when I first got in there, all these mental people wanted to offer me a cigarette. And, that's Bullet. Bullet. Offered me a cigarette. And, you know, I didn't smoke at the time. And, so I go out there. And I'm like, who the fuck do you think you're fucking with? And I go walk straight up to the window. I want to know who I can talk to. I want some paperwork. I want to file right? And before you know it, they appease me. They go meet you in the room. And I go, all right. And I go in there. They come in there with this big ass needle and this and the needle's this much and it was some orange stuff. Watch out for me, not... right? So they shot me up with this stuff, right? And they leave. And I'm crying, like, I'm hot, I'm crying. I'm all by myself, and I'm like, motherfuckers. I don't know what they put in me because it didn't faze me whatsoever. It didn't do nothing negative, didn't do nothing positive. All I could do was just trying from not going out there and getting violent. And I'm crying because I'm pissed. I'm crying because I want to get violent. So about 10 minutes later, I walk out there and I tell, all of a sudden, they have all the so-called mental people around the table and they're teaching them sexual orientation, if you will. And I went out there and I said, I'm going to tell all you patients in here, you have rights. Blah, 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 blah. And then I walk outside where they're smoking. Well, there's only a couple of them smoking because they wouldn't join the table. What are they going to do? They're mental, right? And I got a cigarette, right? And then I'm going to now get down to the closing. Because I can't tell you what the women said because, believe me. Especially the guy opens up the door. I mean, I'm quite sure how many times did he open the door before he went in there when everybody's sleeping or whatever, or drugged up. Well, when you're into a mental place right like that, I didn't know what was going on. I guess like they could keep you there 2 weeks. Mandatory, I think 3 days or something like that, for sure. Well, when I talked to the psychiatrist, I told her the truth. I was setting up cops, trying to go into jail, see what the fuck was going on. She called me delusional. And that's when I ended up making my first activist cards. I called it delusional. And I thought that was rad. Because I'm like, bitch, another Cinderella. Anyway, so she was going to recommend that I do 2 weeks in there. And then they have this advocate that comes in, not no lawyer, nothing like that, for these mental people. Just an advocate. Advocate that was once there before. But she's a smart mental person. And she was too, let me tell you. And when she was going to take my case, well, I had no other case, right? Take my case, she goes, oh my God, I'm going to win my first one. You know, I think we could beat this, right? So I'm supposed to go to appear in court. So we're all standing, and I got all these mental people, man, they're all like behind me. They're like, I never had such support in my life. Well, I take that back. I have my hometown and my union workers, brothers and sisters. And anyway, I wish I could say my family. But that's what happens. Anyway, so me and all these other mental places were supposed to go to court and see if we were going to be released, or I'm going to have to do 2 weeks there. So, and this advocate lady, she was so jazzed, man. She's going to win her first case. You know, I kind of got a kick out of it, actually. And all of a sudden, here comes the top big gun. Comes and gives me a piece of paper and says, we're releasing you now. I looked at him, I said, you bet your sweet ass that you are. You want to know who he was? He was a Middle Eastern man. So you want to know what I did? I went and did some research after I went home. You want to know what I found out? I found out that mental place where the terrorists hit was not funded by any government in the United States whatsoever. Nobody, no donations, nothing. They were funded by themselves. Do you understand me here? I'm giving my testimony. I solemnly swear. I would like to see other people step up to the plate, because the time is now. Oh, I wanted to put this in my closing. The terrorists, on the terrorist day when they hit San Bernardino, I was in my safety class for work. And I was campaigning there too. Make a long story short, I ended up walking out of there about 2:15. Almost got kicked out before lunch. And then I ended up, walking out because I was going to have them talk shit on my union. But that's another story. So I am at the tugboat place getting some clam chowder. And my girlfriend texts me and says, what's going on in San Bernardino? No, I got a bottle of champagne because I'm really jazzed about what happened at the safety class because I filmed it and all. And nobody's there because everyone's at work. And I got this big ass bottle of champagne. I call my buddy, to meet me. And I get this text. And I'm like, what do you mean? What's going on? And so I had to find out from Michigan what was going on. And then I looked at the TV. And I was like, what? There's more to it too, but I can't say anything else. But people need to step up. The time is now. Julian Assange is going to be coming up. Snowden, you guys have no idea. You just want us 3% to do your job, to fight for your kids. Come on, man. What will it take? I'm covering a lot of women as it is, because I'll tell you what, I'll never, ever forget what them women told me. Never.